kg. That's 30 square. Okay, let's now read that. The sun, also referred to as sun, is the star at the center of the solar system. Sun's mass accounts for some 99.86% of the total mass of the solar system. Composition: roughly 3/4 of the sun's mass is hydrogen, with the rest mostly helium. Only 1.69% of the sun, which is still 5,628 times the mass of the earth, is made of heavier elements like carbon, iron, neon, and oxygen. The mean distance of the sun from the earth is approximately 149.6 million kilometers, 1 AU. Wow, that's very far. On average, it takes the light from the sun about 8 minutes and 19 seconds to reach the earth. 8 minutes and 19 seconds. Let me give you a little trivia. If the sun never happens to disappear, everything will be normal for just 8 minutes. Then after the 8 minutes, the sun will just disappear. Why is the sun even called the yellow dwarf? It's huge. Anyway, once thought to be relatively insignificant star, the sun is now considered to be brighter than about 85% of the stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Of the way out from the center of the Milky Way. Okay, that was fascinating. Way darker than the sun. Temperature variation of all the planets. Observation: Mercury appears to be as a morning or evening star from Earth, but due to its proximity to the sun, it is very hard to see. Still, Mercury can be observed at least twice a year, in spring at dusk and in autumn before dawn. Well, I've never seen Mercury in the night sky before, but if you have, you can say it in the comment below. Now let's visit Venus. Okay, now let's see its encyclopedia. Although Venus areas, I forgot to put this one here so you can screenshot it. Although Venus has a similar size and interior structure as Earth, its volcanic surface and the extremely hot and dense atmosphere makes it one of the most inhospitable places in the solar system. I've actually seen a website that says that you can only survive on Venus for 3 seconds before they burn. Sorry, I'm just having a blocked throat. Thick clouds of sulfuric acid and dust reflect most of the sun's light back to space, while carbon dioxide traps the sun's heat inside of the atmosphere, causing a runway of greenhouse effect. The atmospheric pressure on the surface of Venus is 92 times greater than on Earth. Observation: Venus is one of the brightest objects in our night sky, second only to the Moon. It appears as either an evening or a morning star. I don't think I've ever seen Venus in my life, ever. I didn't know that Venus is actually hotter than Mercury. Okay, let's go back to the solar system. And our next planet is the planet we all live show this part so you can screenshot it. Anyway, our home world is the densest of the 8 planets in our solar system, also the largest of the 4 terrestrial planets, which is the 4 terrestrial planets are Venus, Earth, and Mars. Surface: about 71% of Earth's surface is covered by saltwater oceans, and the remaining 30% is taken up by the 7 continental masses. But still, my science book says that 71% is water, while 29%, well, I think they calculated it wrong, because 71 plus 30 will give you 101. That's why I want best in mathematics a lot of times. Anyway, Earth's outer surface is also divided into several rigid segments or tectonic plates that migrate across the surface over periods of millions of years. That I did not. I feel like the Earth just moved, and I'm not joking. Today, the Earth is tilted on its axis by 33.4 degrees, producing seasonal variations in climate and weather during the course of the year. Core region of the planet and extends outward to form the magnetosphere, a barrier surrounding the Earth, deflecting particles of the solar wind and protecting the Earth from the sun's radiation. And I think this is one cartoon called Stick Science, which you can go and watch right now, about how magnets work. Anyway, after the Earth, now let's go to the moon. Okay, where is that moon? Okay, now I'm just in the sun. I can't even see it. Okay, there's the moon. Visits. Now at the moon. The moon is Earth's only natural satellite next to the sun. The moon exerts the greatest influence on the Earth itself, most notably through its effects on Earth's tides. Here you can screenshot this and learn more about it. What just happened? I was pressing that side. Mars, the moon is the largest natural satellite relative to the size of its primary, having 27% the diameter and 60% density of Earth. The moon is larger than Pluto. Origin. The current prevailing hypothesis for the origin of the moon is that it formed as a result of a Mars-sized body colliding with the newly formed proto-Earth. The material rejected from this impact appeared to form the moon 4.5 billion years ago. Let's see, there's something I want to say. How do you know that happened? I mean, how do you know what happened 4.53 billion years ago? Okay. So scientists just think weird things. The moon is the brightest object in our sky after the sun. although its surface is actually dark, reflecting only 7% of the light falling on it. The moon's current orbital distance causes it to appear almost the same size in the sky as the sun. Well, that is very correct. When I was a little kid, I used to think the moon and the sun were the same size. Okay, let's go to the final planet for today, Mars. In fact, Mars even has 2 stars called Deimos and Phoebus, I think. See, Deimos and Phoebus. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun and the 2nd smallest planet from the Solar System. Dramatic landscape with towering volcanoes and the Great Canyon system. Of all the planets in the solar system, it has the highest mountain called Olympus Mons. Well, I heard that as well too. And the largest canyon various marine areas. Well, I never knew that. What about the strong evidence that the Martian atmosphere was far denser than it is now, and that water once ran freely on its surface there. There is also mountain evidence that much of this water remains locked away underground. Moons, Deimos and Phobos. Missions. Mars is the focus of intense struggle with 2 rovers, Exploration Rover, Opportunity and Science Laboratory. NASA. Well, I've kind of forgotten the full name of NASA. You can write it down in the comments below. Mars can easily be seen from Earth with the naked eye, as can its reddish coloring, its apparent magnitude is surpassed by the Sun. The Moon, Venus and Jupiter. The Moon, Venus and Jupiter, but it can briefly match the Jupiter's brightness at certain points in its orbit. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today's scientific stuff about planet. Tomorrow we will do the ice giants. Well, I'll see you all next time.